here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
56 to Mike. 56. Coming to you. At the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gurley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Newton. They complete it to Hill. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Right there, 56. All day.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Watch the slack.
Now it's Gurley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He'll get this one to Galladay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
To throw, it's Breeze. Open man is Galladay, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Running from the gun, Johnson. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Here's Breeze. Screenplay, Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A.J. Klein on the tackle there. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw is Breeze. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
I got you.
Breeze going to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 6 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense. They were coming after him.
Check 56. Watch the out. Watch the out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Now a first down throw for Newton. That's caught. It's Coleman. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Newton now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Colts on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Breeze. The open man is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And Singletary has it stripped. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton now to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run. It's Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On the draw play, Coleman. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He finds his man Johnson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far, as we see here on your screen.
They may have to drop coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. David Moore, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. In our game, it was Cam Newton who led the way in that first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Newton. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Pretty move. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the 3rd down throw, and that leads to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On the ground, it's Singletary. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Breeze. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Short throw into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready? Check 56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 59 Mike. 59 Mike.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Newton. It's brought in by Harris. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Breeze now to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? There's always one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw is Newton. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt.
Let's go. Let's do this.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Watch that in. Watch that in.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He gets this one to Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Sack. Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
3 bucks.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. Oh, twisting away. Yeah, boy, some elusive maneuvering there, but they still get him down a couple yards short of the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And they're going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Newton now to throw. Gets this one to Hill. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Operating from the gun, Newton. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw, it's Breeze. It's complete to Snead. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Chiefs, That'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on E!
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world.
Set. 30 base. 54. Line 54. Hey, pick your game up. Check 31. Check 31. Let's go.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Staying on the ground with Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Kerr breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Newton. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
180. I got you.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now it's Newton. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Butker on for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
That's it, baby.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. You thought we'd see pressure. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, I thought that they'd be very aggressive in that type of a situation, and that's what they call getting home, because home is where the quarterback is.
And where the heart is.
And that heart just got shattered in 1,000 pieces.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just outside his own goal line. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On first down, Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw, Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Newton. On the screen, this is Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go right back to Mack. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. On the ground, it's Mack. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
50, play. Mike 54. Mike 54.
2nd and 1. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go.
They'll run here with Mack. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 2. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
Ready.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Newton. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 26-yard line. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On the move to his left. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Gurley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Gurley. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader Todd Gurley caps it with his first of the game here. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. He's got Jack Doyle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Browns on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. He completes it to Jones. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He'll look to throw. At this stage, this drive's got to be nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Browns on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is third down and 12. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Ready? 18, Gator.
Switch up, switch up.
Get it. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll drop to throw. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Single, slot.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. They will run again with Coleman. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now it's Gurley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's Coleman on the draw. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 9-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Newton looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Gurley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Browns down by 15. Just under 2 minutes to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well.
58, right there. 58, boy, 58, Mike.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And the grab by Croft. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. On first down, it's Gurley. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Check 26.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's a 2nd and 7. He completes this one to Mack.
Hurry!
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Kansas City, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.